Long have you all waited, and more than anybody else, the Minos Prime guy in my comment sections, I imagine. It's time to finish this series of making ultra-kill enemies in Spore by making the MINDFLAYER as the finale. I do believe it is quite fitting, and it was all a coincidence that I managed to postpone it and put it at the last just in November. But before we get into this video, guys, join my Discord server. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the video. Now, this definitely has to go to the Captain Outfitter because it's got a lot of machine parts going on it. I'm sure this is going to be such a treat for the Minos Prime guy. Man, ever since he stumbled upon this series, he's been begging non-stop for me to make this MINDFLAYER. It's like, bro, calm down. I'm gonna do it. I want to actually do the coloring first because looking at a brown part becoming a MINDFLAYER is kind of weird. Thing is, they don't even got the proper color for the MINDFLAYER. Well, if they don't have the color, I rather make it be blue and not green. MINDFLAYER actually has a lot of machinery going on to a degree that I'm not even sure if I can put all the parts that it has in the Captain Outfitter. Since this is the finale, I gotta actually deliver on this. What kind of legs do I give it? Actually, I'm gonna give it the default one. But like, you see the problem here. The MINDFLAYER is all armored in a way that I don't even know how to make the flesh of it and then go to the outfitter. Why did I even leave this for the last? It's gonna be weird for now seeing a MINDFLAYER actually not flying and having human feet, but I'm gonna cover it up later. Now let's see, one of the important parts of a MINDFLAYER is this part that I am working on right now. If only Spore wasn't so insisting on making things connect. Like, bro, I don't want this part to be here. Damn, man, this thing got cake. You know, the bad thing about the quality of all this creature is that when you make these bone parts bigger, they make the front of them be bigger. Like, you see this? This is why if I want to make the hip bigger, it's just gonna look stupid. So for that reason, I gotta give it smaller assets in order for it to not look stupid. I'm so sorry, Minos Prime, in my comment section. I'm limited by the technology of Spore, which is really outdated and dumb. Wait, hold on. The shoulder parts are in a weird spot. I'm looking at MINDFLAYER. Now I'm questioning all of its designs. Dude, how is this real? You know, I'll just make this and then put my own spin on it in some way. I'm gonna try my best to make this not look terrible. Its arms are really delicate, really thin. So this is as thin as it can get. You know, since MINDFLAYER does have a whole mask, I'm gonna give it the same old hidden mouth that gives bite 5 eyes here, so that, you know, I'm not gonna do it dirty. I'm gonna give it eyes. Fun fact, if your creation doesn't have any eyes, your vision is gonna be black and white and very limited in the gameplay itself. So all the creatures that so far I have been making without any eyes, they are suffering. Hey, it sounds accurate, I think. Yeah, that's almost what the MINDFLAYER in ULTRAKILL sounds like. I'm pretty sure we can actually make the MINDFLAYER wires. What if I just take these parts and make them really long, and I just place them correctly right now so that they're not much of a problem in the outfitter? There is no way for me to make them face the way that the MINDFLAYER itself is facing, so I can only make them like this in their idle form. There, so the wires are gonna look like that. They're kind of weird because of the whole color, but there's nothing else I can use. And also, it's gonna need knee pads, believe it or not, because I'm seeing the parts that are just machines do have a little part making them join together. Now we've done everything here and we gotta move on to the outfitter. But you know what? I gotta confess something. I've been putting a lot of thought into this MINDFLAYER about this whole finale of this series, and I'm not really happy about this right now. I have decided to make Minos Prime cry, but I'm gonna take all his hopes away. You know what I'm gonna do? That's right, there's gonna be a male MINDFLAYER. This is gonna be a man. I'm gonna take the most important part away, and also I'm gonna make that smaller and that smaller too. This is a male MINDFLAYER. Fuck you, Minos Prime. I was never gonna deliver what I promised to you. I didn't even promise shit. You were just excited over nothing. This was my plan all along. I'm gonna call this MINDBOGGLER. Now we finalize this. I'm kidding, Minosprime. Hey, I want this creation to be made as much as you, my man. You know what? If anything, I'm gonna make this even be bigger than how it is in ULTRAKILL. God, that looks terrible. Because I am not afraid like Hakiru. I want my creation to be seen out there in all of its glory, no matter the size of anything that it has. You know what? I'm gonna go further beyond. I'm gonna make it be an absolute bakery owner, baby. No, I'm also kidding. That's also not gonna happen. This is just gonna be a mind flayer, a female one, mind you. Now, all jokes aside, I do actually believe this is alright for the body. Now we move on to the outfitter. I wish I had saved, but oh well. What the fuck is that sound? I'm not gonna lie, the machine parts are gonna look so messy by the time that I'm done with them. So it does have a bit of a mask piece, unlike close to his chest piece. Why does this hat behave so weirdly, man? Why is this one mask so buggy to work with in this game? So I'll make it look like that, but I'm gonna work around it. I'm gonna improve it. And then I'm gonna use these in some way. I just need to cover it in some way with any piece of metal that I can get my hands on. And because like a mind flayer has lines of light on them, nothing in Spore has those, you know. Mind flayer probably is one of the most complicated things that I have made by the time that this is done. Like I'm trying to use the blue piece of light here. That's not even light, that's just a blue piece as the one line of light that mind flayer itself has on its own main mask. And this to me, that's not even good. There's not gonna be any redeeming qualities about this one mind flayer that I'm making other than, well, it's a female. That's probably the only accurate thing about this. Wait, can I make missile flingers without anybody noticing that these are missile flingers? This probably looks okay. Wait, for lights, I could use these sabers. Man, for the finale, this sucks. I know I'm saying that a lot and now it's kind of becoming lame how I don't like this, but I really don't like this. It's not even gonna be able to fly. This is not even accurate to the real thing at all. This isn't gonna be a mind flayer. It's gonna be a blue lady that happens to be in an excessive amount of metal scraps that is trying to be a mind flayer. Wait, you think this piece by itself could have worked better? If I just make this piece and then rotate it in a way that it covers the face, I mean, surely it looks better than all the extra pieces that I've been putting on there. So, you know what, I'm gonna just keep this. And a bit of an asymmetricality to make it that go there. And then some regular metal scrap for this side of the arm. I think we're just about done with the upper body parts. Now for all the stuff that's on the legs, which isn't much, but I don't know how to perfectly cover it. We've come all this way and I still have not figured out how to fully cover legs or any other parts for that matter. What if we just use these? Surely it can hide all the things that it's supposed to hide. Now this is where my good old reliable can jump in and help me cover this up fully. Nothing a little bit of frials can't fix. I think I deserve to give you all an apology due to how dog shit that this mind flayer looks. This is why I'm calling it a mind boggler, because it boggles the mind how this thing is supposed to be a mind flayer. God dang, man, I'm not even proud of this. You could look at this and could not even be able to tell that this is a mind flayer. This is supposed to be a mind flayer. But oh well, what would the Minosprime in my comment section want me to do if he were to be here with me in this test drive with this supposed mind flayer? I don't know, like we summon baby mind flayers. You know, if this mind flayer even did look good, I would have one thing to say, and that is I'm not even interested in the kids. They are not legal yet. I would be interested in the real deal. That is clearly an adult right here. Yes, I did just want to make that bit in my video, which makes me have 1 point over Roblox. I just think those memes are funny. Alright, anyways, do we even want to watch this dance? I'm sure I don't. Let's just skip over that part. I think I have crushed the dreams of everybody, and especially the Minosprime in my comment section, quite enough for today. I want to apologize for such a disappointing finale that I have set up. It's not my fault that Spore doesn't have many or even any super detailed tools to make these creations in, but I am still sorry for how I performed poorly. But anyways, you know what that means then. Soon we're gonna start this series of normal playthrough of Spore, but with ULTRAKILL enemies everywhere. I just hope to God that the ones that aren't in the captain avatar appear. Like, bro, you look at this boat guy, he is fully done in the captain avatar, right? But when you look at his base, it's like, who the hell is this? If I see their non-captain avatar variant, I'm just banning them on the spot. You can actually ban creations to make them not appear in your playthroughs in case any of them would be inappropriate. I do think that is a good choice that they put there. So I can do that to my own creations if they are disturbing enough. But anyways, if you are this far in the video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, or maybe even comment or subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.